Welcome back. I took some time off. It's been a week. Sorry about the break. I know this is a story that some of you viewers, maybe the majority of you, would like to see daily updates. This is day 1677 of the complications. I have shown evidence that supports and proves, in my mind, that my groin is embalmed, meaning that it's dead, has no blood flow, yet has no necrosis. Tissue absorption and tissue deterioration is not the same kind of necrosis that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind of necrosis that a doctor would see from a patient in an emergency room. You know, something black, something with pus coming out, some sort of discoloration. So in my case, there's tissue deterioration, but there's no discoloration. So necrosis is more than tissue death. It's a visual indication of tissue death, and that's why they call it necrosis, because it looks necrose. So there's no necrosis. I can't prove there's no infection. I don't know what to say there. You have to take my word for that. But the fact that the evidence I put forward, I appreciate your comment, Shy. This person named Shy, who is adamant about me maybe going overboard, maybe, or at least misunderstanding how someone could jump to the mental health issue before commenting on the validity of my evidence. So I appreciate Shy. I appreciate you, Shy, S-H-A-I. I appreciate your recognizing that something is quote-unquote wrong, but I believe the ultimate question was, does the evidence point to an embalmed groin? I believe I have a right to ask that. I believe I've put the evidence in a perspective that is easy to understand, and I believe the evidence is strong enough that one can come to a conclusion on more than just something wrong, that something specific has happened. Now, you jumped from something is wrong to how and why it became the way it is, that you needed to look at some emails or some, sorry, not emails, but some posts of mine onto a support group that I've mentioned. I have no problem sharing that, but you're jumping from something being wrong to who's to blame for it. And I'm at this point, I'm not trying to accomplish who's to blame. I would like to take it one step at a time, because it's been 4 years just to get to gather this evidence and put it forward. It would be nice to have someone recognize that my groin is embalmed, and once enough people recognize that, then we can get a doctor to step forward. And when you start jumping around and looking at, you know, why did the doctor do this, or why would he, and all that stuff, then you really are, you're making it difficult for me to tell my story, and you're making it difficult for other people to understand it. I think you have to stay with what's known, and what's known is, you know, the current state of my groin, the evidence I put forward, and we could look at what I said and what Dr. Suporn said, but the bottom line is, we don't know exactly what was going through Dr. Suporn's mind. You know, his closest associates may not even know. So we could be going in circles trying to figure out why a doctor would do this. Instead, we should be focusing on, or at least I think I deserve at least some credit for uncovering what this doctor's done to me, some acknowledgement of the effort I've had to, the effort I've gone through to put forth this evidence, and the suffering that I've gone through. So I believe I deserve more than just there's something wrong, and I can't help you because I need to know why Dr. Suporn did this. I think that's kind of jumping around, and I'm not going to say you're trying to avoid helping me or trying to quote-unquote deflect the issue or deflect the conversation, but so far I have not been able to get someone to agree that the evidence points to an embalmed groin. I think the most damning evidence is the ice experiment that shows lack of heat generation. So I thought that was inventive. I thought it was ingenious, and I don't think that was possible 5 years ago. I don't think the FLIR thermographic camera was available at Home Depot 5 years ago. So that's something that helped a lot in this situation, and I would even go as far as to say it's possible Dr. Suporn and the medical establishment out there hadn't thought about those options that would be available to me to do that kind of test and show that kind of information. So I think it's very damning for Dr. Suporn and the medical establishment. I believe the evidence is beyond a reasonable doubt, and I believe I deserve more than just something's wrong. I believe I deserve at least an upvote or downvote on the validity of my conclusions and the data that I've put together. So I believe I've earned that right. I've suffered enough, and for you to ask me for anything less than that, or for you to give me something less than that is a disservice. Yeah, it would be a mockery of the effort that I've put together on my YouTube channel and on Flickr and Vimeo. So if you want to go look at my comments, there you can first try to log into the Dr. S Club support group and look for Ashley ST for Stewart, US for United States, Ashley ST US, and look for comments by that person. And you should be able to do that if those posts haven't been taken down. If that, of course, it's going to be hard for me to know if posts have been tampered with, if the conversation has been messed with by deleting someone's responses to my responses. But I do have a backup of the post. I downloaded it shortly after I came back from Thailand. Downloaded because I had access to the group. I don't know why they would let me have access, but I had access to read. I didn't have access to post messages, access to read, and I downloaded everything on that message board into. I bought a third-party application that downloads messages from Yahoo groups, and it does it automatically, and so that you can read them offline. So I've done all that. I can post that information. I imagine it could be it could get me in trouble legally to post someone's communications on that group publicly, but I don't believe I have anything to lose at this point. I believe the situation I'm dealing with warrants at least some help in that regard, and so go there and look at my comments. I don't think the issue is why would Dr. Suporn do this. I think at this point the question should be what are we going to do about it? Does it really matter why a doctor injects a patient with formaldehyde? A doctor that's been sworn to take care of the needy, and nowhere in that oath, in that Hippocratic oath, does it include injecting or sabotaging someone's surgery. So when we start getting into why Dr. Suporn did it, then we're really kind of making the topic a little bit fuzzy, and making it harder to look at. And I tried to get into it previously with transgender people online, and once they got to that part of the argument, you know, why would the doctor do this? They called me a liar. They banned me from their support group, and of course I didn't have the evidence that I have now to back me up. But no one's running over to me for that evidence right now. So you know, I've already said it. My opinion is I don't know why Dr. Suporn did this, but the evidence and all the data surrounding my case at least supports the possibility that Dr. Suporn used his medical skill to retaliate against me because I was disrespectful to members of his post-op family, and that's my own opinion and my own theory, if you will, about what's possible, and I frame that in the realm of what's possible and not necessarily what happened. So I can't, as soon as I try to say what happened, it just kind of like fuzzies up the whole story and takes the focus of what did happen ultimately to me, and I think it's more important that we concentrate on what happened and not necessarily how or why that this happened. And if you're going to Thailand for surgery, then you need to be extremely careful. I believe I do have a case for an international criminal case. I don't know how to go about getting that accomplished. I do think there's sufficient evidence to point to at least some sort of investigation that needs to be done with the people that run this group, the people that run Dr. Suporn's clinic. And I believe I suffered something that's no less than torture for a foreigner that went to a for Westerner to go to Thailand to get surgery and spend 30 days there fearing for their life. And the evidence pointing to a tissue preservative, I believe I've experienced something that's no less than torture. So I believe it's serious, and I believe that it's possible there is a case, which is another reason I want to publicize what's happened to me, so that if I got enough publicity, I could feel more comfortable about going to Thailand and trying to have a more direct impact on this doctor. So that's it for today, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. I got sick. You know, I'm not trying to find excuses, but I definitely got sick over the last 7 to 10 days, and just getting over that. Got an ear infection a couple of days ago, and been coughing a lot. So had a fever for a few days. So thanks for watching, and I think I deserve more than just something is wrong. I think I deserve an up vote or a down vote. And if you don't think the evidence is conclusive enough for an embalmed groin, then give me a reason why. Just don't say I'm full of shit or something. So take care, and I'll see you next time.